Chef Candice Kumai may be called the clean queen, a reference to the fresh, healthful food she serves and eats. But that wasn't always the case. She was born and raised in sunny California, the daughter of a Japanese mother and a Polish-American father. She was surrounded by the food and culture of both her parents, but she was just as fond of junk food. It wasn't until she attended culinary school that she turned her life around and started eating clean.
She was the youngest chef to compete on the first season of Bravo's Top Chef. She's widely recognized as one of the leading health and wellness experts in the country and is the author of 4 best-selling cookbooks. Her 5th, Clean Green Eats, was recently released. Chef Candice Kumai, welcome to the dish.
Oh, thank you so much. This is so exciting.
This is a beautiful table you've got for us here, and I have to say it doesn't look healthy, as you would say.
Perfect. I love that you said that, Anthony, because it's not supposed to look healthy. It's supposed to look delicious.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to be enticed by the food, and it's about the flavors, you know? We really want that to pop and shine, and it's also about feeling really good about what you're eating. So when you're eating, you know, my mom's tori no karaage, which is Japanese fried chicken, it's 6 ingredients, it's all real ingredients, and it tastes really good. And that's a butternut squash mac and cheese that you are both trying.
Very good.
It's vegan, and it's made out of, you know, real ingredients that are nutritious for your body, and you're really gonna feel good after you eat this food.
I want to believe that cake is healthy, but it really just, what is that?
All right, this is our vegan chocolate avocado cake.
Wow, avocado?
Avocado is in here. Each layer actually has a whole avocado baked inside, and people are always surprised by the taste. Avocados are naturally rich in fat and good for you fat, so they make a perfect base when baking certain recipes like chocolate, because you can actually fold that green color into the cocoa powder, and then we add stuff like garbanzo bean flour and different ingredients that make it taste amazing, and you're never going to know that it was, you know, maybe good for you.
Well, we mentioned your love of junk food, which I hope we don't embarrass you by saying that, considering what you've done with yourself. But when did it transition for you? Because I would imagine in your household, food was a big thing.
Oh, Vanita, with Polish, you know, grandparents and Japanese grandparents, we didn't miss a beat on any pierogies or gyoza. It was all about dumpling love.
So what did this collision of cultures create in you?
You know, my parents are the most amazing, altruistic people that believed that love was the only thing that really mattered, and they still do. And they're the backbone to all of my work. They've supported and loved me, you know, since the beginning. And as a child of war, I often think, what a unique experience that I had parents from completely different cultures and backgrounds. And it's my job to share this collaboration of American, Polish, Japanese, and Californian cuisine with the world. And it honest to goodness, came from my heart. When I was young, I wanted to fit in and rebel, so I ate, you know, the frappuccinos, the lattes, all the junk food, the ice creams, the soda. And then my mom really said, you know, Candice, you should be eating a real and a clean, okay? You should be eating a real nutritious food. And I was like, yeah, whatever, Mom, dude. I got to be cool. But then I turned it around in culinary school. I was fit modeling to pay for culinary school. And I couldn't fit into those tiny bikinis and skinny jeans if I wasn't eating clean during the croissants and the baking and in baking too. That was a course that we took.
But you'd had baking in your sights from the time you were quite little, hadn't you?
You know, we looked back at my kindergarten scrapbook when we were writing Pretty Delicious, my first solo cookbook.
Yeah.
And we found a photo or a drawing that I drew of wanting to be a baker. And
oh, wow.
We couldn't believe the tie, but they do say when you're young.
How old were you then?
5 years old. I drew a photo of myself with a hat and an apron and a flower even on my apron, which shows a lot for later on in life. I love my floral. But
well, you know, you mentioned your age. You were also one of the youngest, you know, competitors on Top Chef. At the time, did you have any idea what it was and how it would set you up?
You know, Vanita, it was 10 years ago when it was the first season. So we actually were kind of like the, you know, hamster wheel candidates, if you will, to test this new show. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity because it made me realize that there was a chance for young women to actually enter not just the world of culinary, but the world of wellness, health, and nutrition so that we could share, you know, that beautiful, like, young women could learn how to cook good for you food and feel good food. And I think it was my job to help to cultivate a wider audience for those of us coming out of Top Chef, not just restaurants, not just, you know, chefs in coats, But you can wear your heels and your dresses and your lipstick if you want and
Yeah.
look fab.
will
Gail
say,
Simmons taught me,
You look just
can
as
do
fabulous
it.
in real life. It's so wonderful to finally have you on the dish. And as I hand this
Thank
dish
you.
over to you to get your signature on it, I want to ask you if you could have this meal with any person, past or present, who would that person be?
You know what? I really wish I could have met at a younger age my Japanese grandparents
Right.
and my Polish grandparents, because they went through war. They went through a hard time in two different countries that really persevered in war, Poland and Japan.
Yeah.
And to me, that's something I'd like to really explore one day. And maybe one day I'll, get to meet them in heaven or something.
We'd be very proud of you and proud of your accent, I'm sure, as well. Candice Kumai, thank you so much. And for more on
Thank
Candice
you.
and the dish, please head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.